cross-ups. There's so much depth that comes innate to having shields in your game. And we see it time and time again. Even without a lot of players utilizing these shield break attacks, there's still so much counterplay here. But again, shield strengths are so good, right? You can't do these spam dodge-in jabs that we're used to seeing from a lot of the top tiers in the format, right? You can't do a lot of these safe landing nairs that have little interaction from your opponent. You have to think, you have to play neutral, you have to interact with your opponent.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
We've seen it time and time again. It's created so many banger sets in this top 8.
Absolutely.
We've had so many last hit game 5 scenarios.
Every set besides the first Brian Yee versus Uzi set has been top 5 now. Winners, semis, both top or both best of 5. We went to game 5, both Avenger Green Taco game 5, and then Earthquake Brian Yee, man. A lot of game 5. It's been awesome to watch.
Playing. Yeah, people are playing, man. People are playing.
Wait,
hold up. Jay? Hold up, Big J in the building? No, wait a minute.
So the set that Greta came from was actually a Jason Ditto that went down to last hit game number 5. It was one of the most intense sets that I've ever seen. It was so sick.
Oh man,
I'm the best set other than the last one.
Dang.
All right, but here we start out right.
It to be broken, man. It's time, man. Starting it off. You better watch out, Dr. Quinzel. Oh, getting grabbed already off the chase. You already know the combinations. Great setup. Oh, trying to go for that double grab too.
Yeah, again, one of Jason's strongest strengths in this format, right? Your opponent is pressured. He's hitting the moonwalk on him. And then with that sticker, greeted the player who got stickers disabled in the first place because he figured out that if you spammed him too much, you could desync the servers, and we see it come out again here. Motz, though, trying to get any amount of pressure back on him, trying to trade out that first stock. Jason, one of those characters that is in disadvantage so hard, manages to make it back, has overwhelming offense. Another attempt with the shield, the armor break attack from that neutral hammer on that ground is gonna do it.
Yeah, what a lifesaver, honestly, because that sequence could have been devastating for Motz here. Still in a dangerous position. We're gonna see Green to get back onto stage, but we got that armor up. You already know what time it is. Yep, gonna get that dodge, but bomb's gonna go off just in the nick of time, and of course finds that up special to let that first stock there, and not the moonwalk in the jab combinations.
The moonwalk was so nice because it actually pushed his hitbox far enough to trigger Bat Bomb without him taking damage, because he still had that respawn invincibility. The side special into Sarah, it's so strong. Jason in this format is so good because a lot of your times your opponent gets pressured into doing shield, and then you punish it with that grab. That
another one. What we got next? Oh yeah, he's like, yo, please dodge in.
Oh no. Greeted going for that up tilt on the platform, trying to get anything done, lands with a nair, dodges out before Harley can punish, tries to go for more follow-ups. Harley gets that double stare. Can they read the tech? They can't.
Oh, no tech situation there. Gonna sit back, and yeah, Motz is gonna have to find a bit more of these. We're gonna get full charge. We're just gonna wait. Yeah, I'm shielding that too.
So funny.
Yeah, it doesn't get the proper punish.
Oh, it's so funny.
Okay, starting something up here. Tech this time around. Yep, reads its mark. We're gonna run it back. No, that's all we need.
All right, but again, Harley at 74%. Jason, though, has Bat Bomb on him, uses the shield to get out of that situation, which would normally pressure him so in such a deadly way. Great Sair, can't get the kill. Really going for the nair, trying to get anything going. Motz, though, needs to get this kill fast, trying to get the elevator from the beta.
Hold up. Yo,
haven't seen the elevator since 2022, and Motz is trying to bring it back.
Bro. Come on, man.
All right. Armor, Jason is so dangerous here. Motz has no dodge meter. Gets it back by going to ledge. And Sarah's enough to do it. And game number 1 goes to Greeded.
I gotta give it up to Motz. That was almost a godlike. That was almost a godlike kill off the side, but then almost was a godlike, recovery, right? Being able to use that, of course, that additional platform there for Harley to jump and bob and weave, despite being in burnout, but still Greeded's gonna find their mark. And they're gonna come out on top there for that game one. But yeah, my man is looking to collect bodies tonight. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, absolutely. That was almost incredibly well brought back by Motz, but Greeded has that early lead, kept it the entire way through, and closed out game number 1. Game number 2, though, we're gonna be looking for Motz to get a little bit of a better start.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna tech chase here. Oh, not gonna read this one. He's gonna elect the tech, right back into the corner. But still a decent amount of damage here from Motz. Gonna try to find an opening. Gotta be a little bit more cautious here. though, because Greeted has been able to kind of incite a lot of scramble situations, and you know big bodies love that for days. If there's a scramble, if there's a chance, I just need to hit you once. You need to hit me 5 times.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with a character like Harley, right? When you trade with her, you deal so much damage. She's the lightest character in the game. I mean, here we see Greeted in a juggle or offstage situation, right? He needs to get this kill on Harley, but the double up special from Motz is enough to do it, and Motz takes the lead.
Yeah, good timing too. Just right before Greeted was actually going to be able to get that armor, right? That armor is not going to be frame 1, so it is really important if you do think Jason's going to go for those kind of sequences to be preemptive about it, right? So you can beat them before. If you hesitate, then you're going to get grabbed, dragged down, and then you got to deal with the horror story, man. I'll tell you that much. Good stuff there for that one stock here. We sit back on this platform, charged up, ready to go. The bloodlust, it's here.
The bat bomb is so rough, it's going to force you into an unwinnable situation. He needs to make it back. Great use of the side special, that shadow step teleport.
Oh,
full charge dare barely reaches his head. Yeah, exactly. Alright, bat bomb actually not applied to Greeted, applied to Motz. Pops it anyways. Gets the hit onto Jason. Greeted in such a rough spot. You need to be able to get anything done here. Motz only at 11%. An offstage situation is what you want to do. Hits him with a dash dance. Tries to get an edge guard. Hits him once. Doesn't hit him twice though. Misses that up special.
Yeah.
That's the second one. He needs to make it back to stage, but making it back to stage against Harley is one of the hardest things you can do. The buggiest hit one of up till I've ever seen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going down, trying to look for the spike. Oh,
again, you're in such a bad spot. High down tilt from Motz though means that Greeted can make it back, but again, that down special in the air doesn't have that continuous hitbox. There is a gap between the first and second hit that Motz uses to punish.
Yeah.
Motz full charges the hammer. It's enough to catch Greeted's dodge. And
that
what
was
an
actually
explosive
so
response.
Good. That was so good. That was so good. I love that charge, and then the slight fade back to make sure you get that back hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
all right. I mean,
changing it up, we're getting the Nubia coming out. We're moving off of the Jason.
I actually think that's completely valid. Like, I don't think Jason does really well into Harley, even if a shields mode, like, even in the shields mode, we saw it, right? The disadvantage was so rough for Jason, and I think Nubia has a lot of a better chance, and especially if you're trying to get these characters to kind of throw Motz off, right? You're having multiple games to adapt to his Harley, and now he has to adapt to your character swap in game number 3.
Yeah, I do like the Nubia here. I think one of the things that Nubia does really well against when it comes to Harley is Harley obviously going to be a predominantly airborne character with that Sarah, right? And coming at that 65-degree angle. And I think that Nubia has a lot of great tools to deal with that, right? With that up attack being so insanely fast too, great coverage. You know, one of the few kind of like up attacks that can really be utilized is the overall neutral tool. So I think that's going to be a really big part of this matchup. But yo, Motz is already going off the race. He's like, hey, I'm not going to let you play neutral. How about that? What are you going to deal with that?
Again, Motz just so good in these situations. A second parry of the game so far. Motz and Brian Yee, parry demons, right? Greeted tries to reflect the bomb. It doesn't work, and he gets comboed into a kill. I like how Motz actually tried to body block Greeted running into the bat bomb, because, you know, when you have that respawn invincibility, you can actually get rid of that tool. But if you body block it, it gets a lot harder. So really cool, unique like option there to try and stop him from doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing a lot of Sarah whiffs right now from here from Greeted is not being able to land its mark. You know, I think that Sarah obviously is going to be a strong. Oh no! Don't let it happen.
Tries to go for it again, but it just isn't true. That second Sarah into the wall just can't confirm into that down air.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, that's the mix-up situation there for sure. Yeah, okay, you're gonna see a good catch there. Gonna do that up attack out of shield. Once again, I think a lot of Sayers, we're not seeing like a nearly enough Nairs kind of open up, and that timing in between Sayer, like Sayer's not necessarily like insanely fast, and especially going up against a hyper like aggressive character such as Harley, you're gonna need that additional speed, right, when you're trying to box around neutral for sure.
100%. I do think that Harley, like, she just has so much more speed than Nubia, right? Shields can only do so much for you in that regard.
Yeah, and that's why I'd love to see a bit more like up attack on the ground. Like I think Nubia does well grounded, and then if you are going to be airborne, I feel that you most of the time need to be focused on a lot of the nair. Ooh, that spike's gonna do it. But yeah, like nair is really going to be what you can utilize to compete with the Sarah coming in from Harley. Outside of that, it's gonna be a rough call there. You're gonna see a chase there, tech chase, trying to catch him low. Not gonna get it. Okay, get
downer doesn't make
read. Yeah. Oh,
for another down special. Tries to get a third one there, can't get it. One of the nice things about Nubia's arrows, though, even though they are a little bit slower, you can actually catch out dodges with them if you delay them just a bit, but it just isn't enough. And Motz, a pretty, very convincing game two takes it. I think we might actually see the greeted Gizmo pop back out here.
Yeah.
Or he's actually going back to the Jason. Interesting. I think you had that confidence from that game one, right? You're a little bit more confident in the Jason than the Nubia, and maybe Gizmo just isn't what you want to see in this matchup against Harley. So going back to that Jason, you know you can take the game. You just have to tighten up that gameplay and get the win.
Yeah, I think the Jason for sure. I think probably, I'm assuming they've been playing mostly a Jason throughout the course of this tournament. And I think the Nubia just wasn't there at this point in time, right? Like I said, and I think especially for the matchup, it just seemed like we weren't using the proper tools to really box out Harley. And if you're not going to allow, be able to do that, then
then what's the point of playing?
Yeah, they're just gonna run up on you, right?
Especially against a player as good as Motz. You can't just go with the character for the better matchup and expect it to work out, right?
Right. You gotta be like, we're getting to a point now where a lot of people are just generally just getting better at the global mechanics, and with more global mechanics and things like that of the nature too. Like, you can't just swap in and be like, oh, this character will do well, hope that'll work, right? But you know, I never blame anyone for trying, but oh man, he might be blaming himself for trying, because just like that, we already see a stock loss, and this could be potentially set point here if he's not able to find something. Again, another read on that tech chase, and we're getting damaged.
I mean, it just looked so hard for Jason to deal with. Harley just has such overwhelming offense against him. Her moves are faster, her combos are longer. Jason's moves do more damage, but what's the point if you can't hit what you need to hit to get these confirms?
Yeah.
Great reverse downer, goes to the second, but can't hit it. Motz, that the reverse neutral attack that we know him going for. Goes for a parry attempt, gets downer, but it's still not enough to kill. And greeted with the late up special. Still can't get the kill on the lightest character in the game.
Jeez, another whole
late neutral attack. And I mean, the gap is just widening interaction by interaction.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get on this platform too. Oh, and the combinations, man. Reads
and
once again. He's like, I'm tired of you.
One. Elevator attempt.
Yes, leave that corner, please. I need Jason to exit that corner. He may like the corner store, but you gotta leave, man. You gotta go.
No.
Oh god.
No, the elevator. We see it realized. For the first time since 2022, we see the elevator realized. And there into the wall, does it, and Motz takes it 3-1.
The doctor is in.
Yeah, the doctor is back. I mean,